The housing market in the US is way too expensive right now, and I want to explain why and what we can do about it. Because it's not that there isn't enough homes out there, but rather that investors look at homes as if they were trading cards and not like places to live. This is like the core of what this article gets into. For years, the government has made it really easy for people to borrow money so that they can go and buy homes. But what ends up happening is that investors come in and say that they're going to be living in a home when they apply for their mortgage, but then never really do. Homeowners get preferential loan terms that are backed by the federal government, whereas investors have to pay something closer to the market rate. So the fraud in this title is occupancy fraud. And that is because these investors are posing themselves as homeowners when again they are never actually living in the home. And so what you have is a group of people who are well to do and trying to just work within the system, and those who are ultimately manipulating it for their own financial gain, which has taken housing and made it a financial product first and a place of shelter second. And because of the decades of housing subsidies and artificial low interest rates and down payment assistance, we've essentially created a system that's entangled in this cycle and very hard to get out of. But there is still something that you and I can do about it. We can show up to our local city halls and advocate that single family homes can be turned into duplexes and triplexes by right, or push to allow for backyard cottages to be built in our backyards in residential areas, along with legalizing starter homes, eliminating minimum lot sizes, and repealing parking mandates for housing. Because the current system is too complex and too entrenched in itself to fix all at once. So by incrementally increasing the housing supply, we take reform into our hands instead of waiting for something to come from the top down.